Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
I'm here with Lisette from the Northwest Chevy dealers, and we're going to learn about a vehicle that a lot of you might not even know exists. It's a Chevy Silverado EV. This happens to be the RST package, trim level. It's got a bunch of great features, but we're going to start right up front. And Lisette, just alone, this thing is super cool looking.
It is, yeah. We do have the LEDs all the way from the headlights all the way across with the Chevy emblem as well. And then we do have a frunk that opens up.
Look at that. I'm sorry, but if you haven't seen this before, it'll certainly be something interesting. If you're in the market for an EV, this is what you can get. You obviously can't get this in a 2500 Silverado like mine with the Duramax on front, and there's a lot of differences between those two trucks, isn't there? And especially this. So it's big enough where you can get quite a bit of gear in here. Now, how do you shut it?
There's a button right under here.
Very cool. Have not seen anything like that before. That's very slick.
Nice.
So up front, you got some really good looks to it. You got that trunk up front, but in the back, you got a lot going on back there as well.
We do, yes.
All right, let's go around and take a look at it. And I love the tailgate. I've had a chance to really use it a lot with my truck, with the way it's all set up and having lights back here. That's a little bit different. I'm a little jealous. But tell us a little bit about this.
The trunk space alone is 5 feet, 11 inches. With this up, makes it about 6 feet. If you open up the multi-mid-gate flex, you can have about 9 feet.
Okay.
And then if you open it more, it's 11 feet with this piece up.
Okay, we got to check that out. There's a lot of really cool stuff on the outside, but where the money hits the road is where you're sitting on top of 24s, by the way, that are awesome. But we got to take a look at the inside. There's a lot of really cool features that you can only get in the RST and the EV version of the Silverado. For me, getting into the truck, into a Silverado especially, it's you put your foot on the brake and you hit a button. There's no button.
There is not.
It's just put your foot on the brake.
Correct.
And now it fires up, it's ready to go. It knows that you want to start driving.
Yes, it does.
So kind of walk me through this massive display that you have here.
So we have the 17.7-inch infotainment system along with the 11-inch infotainment system for the driver.
Okay.
The immediate thing that you notice is you have a vehicle status, which basically brings a 3D version of the Silverado EV.
Okay.
And it also is compatible with Google Assistant and Google Home.
Okay. So it looks really familiar, you know, with the 2024 Silverado that I'm driving now. This display is a little bit different, but it gives you a lot of the same features.
It does, yes.
What's the most important feature on here when you are a Chevy Silverado EV owner?
The charging.
The charging. Okay, so it's right here on the dashboard.
Correct.
And it shows you right where you're at. It gives you your range, of course. As it stands now, it's looking like 298 miles that are currently left at 67%.
That is
That's
correct.
pretty impressive.
Yes.
Now, if I read everything correctly, this got a pretty good 0 to 60 time as well.
It
Pretty
does.
quick. What is that?
4.5 seconds.
4.5 seconds.
Correct.
If I remember correctly, that's going to rival a Corvette.
Basically.
That's going to be pretty darn close. So there's a lot going on here. Now, of course, this being the higher end version of the Chevy Silverado EV, it's got all the features, heated seats everywhere. Any other features we want to make sure that we're aware of here?
We do have auto park assist.
That by itself, I know would help me out a lot.
Yeah.
In this one, though, this is a full-size Silverado.
It is.
So you can still get the parking assist, crab parking, which I find super interesting, especially when you're trying to park a full-size truck. Okay, so Lisette, you already showed us the multi-flex tailgate in the back, but there's another piece to that puzzle so that folks can carry bigger gear, whatever it might be, whatever it is that they're going to be hauling around. What's that called again back here?
It's the multi-flex midgate.
Multi-flex midgate. So when somebody folds that down, the back seat, it's going to expand it to about 11 feet
Correct.
of storage.
Correct.
That's bigger than my truck. Also, you had mentioned that the cruise control?
Super Cruise.
Super Cruise. Okay, make sure that I get that correct. What's the difference between Super Cruise and maybe what I'm used to with adaptive cruise control?
So adaptive cruise control will basically adjust to the driver in front of you. The Super Cruise will basically drive for you.
Like literally take my hands off?
Correct.
All right, I don't know if you want me to do that or not. All right, there's a lot of features going on here. It's an electric Silverado, the EV, again, RST. Thanks for pointing all this stuff out to us and giving us at least an idea of what the Chevy EV is, the Silverado that is, in the RST package. How many other packages are there?
There is 2 other ones for the EV. We have the 3WT, which is a work truck, and then the 4WT, and just
Very
different
interesting.
ranges.
So if people have different needs, different kind of thoughts of what it is that they need for themselves, you can accommodate them in an electric vehicle, in a half-ton truck.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Well, Seth, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.